Raider Nation, what's going on? This is the Raiders Report. My name is Mitchell Renz. Let's get into that Raiders news. Raiders began OTAs yesterday, phase 1 of the offseason. It has officially started. It's a fun time to be here. The Raiders were among 5 teams who started OTAs yesterday, and now 7 teams have officially started OTAs as well. The Cardinals, Bears, Lions, Colts, Titans, Giants, and the Raiders. What do all these teams have in common? A new head coach. Gruden spent the past 9 NFL seasons in a TV booth. The last game he coached was December 28th, 2008. Gruden said, "I'm really excited, and it's been a long time. We've been here preparing for this day for so long. It will be limited, but we'll put in the boat in the water, and it will be fun." Awesome quote from Gruden. Next bit of news I got for you guys. Khalil Mack, he did not report to Oakland's OTAs, though he's got a little bit of a discussion going on. But phase 1 of the workouts are voluntary for NFL players. Mack enters the final season on his rookie contract, set to make $13.85 million on a 5th-year option. The former Defensive Player of the Year and 2-time first-team All-Pro is likely seeking a contract that makes him the highest-paid edge defender in the NFL, a title currently held by Von Miller at just over $19 million per season. Do I want Mack at OTAs? Of course, but it's nothing that I'm going to sweat over yet. Next bit of news I got coming out for you guys. Strength and conditioning is the early focus for the Raiders at OTAs. John Gruden is bringing in that toughness. He wants to bring a whole bunch of Gruden grinders. This is how he's going to do it. So I'm not going to talk to them for 2 hours, Gruden laughed. I'm going to get them downstairs and really sell our strength and conditioning program. I want the players to go down there and lift and run and be together for 3 hours, and then I want them to come upstairs and do football for 1. That's the first week. And to get excited about being a Raider and learning our system and building some relationships, that's what it's all about. Trust, you know? And relationships for hours, not a second less, not a second more. I mean, I have a 2-minute warning. Workouts, of course, are not mandatory, but to make the next leap for the Raiders, players should take them mandatory. Raider Nation, thank you so much for tuning in to the Raiders Report. My name is Mitchell Renz. Please follow me on Twitter at MitchellRenz365 so I can get that nice little blue check mark. We talk a lot of Raiders news and rumors, so you need to understand my Raiders rumors scale. First one, 0 Chucky heads, tuck rule, tuck that, not going to happen. 1 Chucky head, small shredded truths, I like to think of 25%. 2 Chuckies, people are talking, coin flip 50-50. 3 Chuckies, pretty likely, 75% chance going to happen. 4 Chucky heads, believe it, baby, 100% going to happen. Now, let's get into some of those Raiders rumors. Khalil Mack will not get an extension with the Oakland Raiders. Tuck rule, tuck that. No way. No way. On Monday, Mack opted to not show for the start of the team's offseason workouts after failing to come to terms on an extension. The looming contract has been a talking point this offseason, and with Mack set to play in 2018 under the 5th-year option, Michael Gelkin of the Las Vegas Review-Journal cited that the 2 sides weren't close on early talks. The Raiders will surely push to get a deal done, though. That's what I believe. Next rumor I got for you guys, Mack will make over $19 million. I'm giving this one 3 Chucky heads, pretty likely. After the Denver Broncos inked star pass rusher Von Miller to a monster 6-year, $114.5 million deal with $70 million guaranteed in 2016, this was the bar set for Mack and the Raiders. The 2016 Defensive Player of the Year is not only primed to get a contract extension similar in size, but maybe even bigger. Spotrac points out that Miller's current deal features an average salary of just over $19 million. And interestingly, when projecting max market value, Spotrac placed the Raiders star just above that with an average annual salary of more than $19.5 million. Now that's some serious cheddar. Just for fun, I wanted to know how many Big Macs Khalil could buy with $19.5 million. It's $6 million. 6 million Big Macs. I'm loving it, baby. Next one I got for you guys coming up. Rumor, will the Raiders trade their first round pick, 10th overall? I'm not going to give it away yet after a read from our sponsor, Man Crates.
Man Crates, awesome gifts for men in real wooden crates, wrapped in a cocoon of duct tape, or housed in ammo cans that are virtually indestructible. Some gifts he'll get to assemble himself. Some gifts you'll beg him to share. And some gifts are sealed inside layers of rock-solid concrete. Gifts guys love, from grilling gear to old-school video games and more. Man Crates, awesome gifts for men.
1 Chucky head, small shredded truth. The source, me. All offseason we've been saying the Raiders need to build the defense. Well, what happens if the players that the Raiders are interested in isn't there? What happens if the team another team wants to trade up to pick perhaps, I don't know, a quarterback. We've seen like 7 quarterbacks could have the potential of going in the first round, so I don't think it's totally crazy. I wrote an article at chatsports.com illustrating 3 trades that were possible involving the Patriots, Bills, and Cardinals. All 3 teams have shown interest in drafting a quarterback, and with the Bills and Patriots having 2 first-round picks, they may try to leap up to the 10th spot. I'm just saying, guys, I think there's a chance. For the Raiders, gather more top picks, build that defense, build the team, and I think that's pretty a solid option for the Raiders going forward. The next rumor I got for you guys coming up on the board, Marquette King. Does he want revenge? I'm going to give this one 3 Chucky heads, pretty likely. And I guess necessarily blame him. So, a surprise cut last Friday due to personality issues with Gruden. The move was questionable, but it's over and done with. Cutting King saves the Raiders $2.9 million against the salary cap. King is now a member of our rival Denver Broncos. King said there may be a bit of a revenge factor when he faces the Raiders. Again, I don't necessarily blame him. I'm not surprised at all that he said this. If anything, though, I'm kind of glad. For anyone who has ever competed knows what King's going through. But sorry for me giggling at you, King, for not taking the Broncos as a serious competition this season. Next rumor I got for you guys coming up on the board, Nick Chubb, running back out of Georgia. Is he going to be a target for the Raiders in the second round? I'm going to give this one Chucky head, small shred of truth. I love Chubb, giggity, but grabbing him in the second is a bit of a stretch for me. SB Nation has the Raiders targeting Chubb in round 2, which I don't quite understand considering they have Marshawn Lynch, Doug Martin, Jalen Richard, and DeAndre Washington. Chubb has been very consistent in his career at Georgia, including putting up 1,500 yards and 14 touchdowns as a freshman and 1,345 yards and 15 touchdowns as a senior, despite sharing a backfield with Sony Michel. Chubb is a thick running back with good balance who punishes tacklers. His ability to lower his center of gravity is why he drags defenders for extra yards after initial contact. His ball security is impressive, fumbling only 8 times in 758 college carries. That's actually only 1%. He is a disciplined runner who understands blocking schemes, staying inside, and bouncing to the outside when needed. Despite his size, Chubb is sneaky quick, planting his foot in the ground and cutting up the field or hitting a defender with a jump cut, leaving them standing there dazed and confused. He does have some serious injury concerns, though, because he tore his PCL, his MCL, and LCL in his knee, but returned to have 2 productive seasons thereafter in 2016. Despite my love for Georgia running back, I don't think Chubb is entering the black hole anytime soon. Next rumor I got for you guys coming up, Raiders, are they targeting Johnny Manziel? This one's pretty interesting. I'm going to give this one 2 Chucky heads. People are talking. Johnny Football said earlier this offseason that many teams were interested in him. Maybe we should have listened. Scouts representing teams from more than half the league have shown up in Texas over the past 2 weeks to watch Manziel practice and play. According to Yahoo Sports, a total of 17 teams have sent at least 1 scout to watch Manziel during his attempt to return to football. Of all the teams that sent a scout to watch Manziel, only 1 sent multiple scouts, and that team was the Oakland Raiders. Laugh at the rumors if you want, but Gruden compared Manziel to Brett Favre back in 2014 during Gruden's quarterback camp. At the time, Gruden said, "I'd love to have him. It takes courage to pull the ball down and reverse field and do some of the crazy things that Brett Favre and Manziel do." Back in 2015, Gruden also admitted that he wants to see Manziel return to football. I was really shocked at his downfall and demise from football, but hopefully he can come back and play somewhere someday, because I sure enjoyed being around him and watching him. So, I want to know what you guys have to say. Would you want the Oakland Raiders to sign Johnny Manziel? If it's a yes, give me a heart. If it's a no, give me a like.